ఇంటర్మీడియట్ విద్యా రంగంలో అగ్రగామి మన ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్. ఐఐటి జేఈఈ అయినా నీట్ అయినా తిరుగులేని విద్యా సంస్థ ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్.
So good morning. So yesterday we discussed about types of speed and types of velocity. Types of speed: speed, uniform speed, non-uniform speed, instantaneous speed, average speed. In the same way, types of velocity: average velocity, uniform velocity, non-uniform velocity, instantaneous velocity. So yesterday we discussed one example also, the difference between those two. So here one more example we can consider here. One more example. For example, if a person moving along the circular path and he completes one circle, then find average velocity and average speed. Find average velocity and average speed. Here the question is, person moving along the circular path and he completes one complete circle. So that means, see here, person moving along the circular path and he completes one circle like this. Let us say starts at the point A. The person starts at the point A and finally reaches to the point A. So this is the closed path. This is the closed path. Now, what is the distance travelled? In the previously we discussed about this. What is the distance travelled in this situation? Let r is the radius of the circle. Now the distance can be written as distance is equals to 2 pi r, because the person completes one circle. So the total distance is nothing but circumference of the circle. That's why the distance is equals to 2 pi r. And what is the displacement here? In this situation, displacement is equals to 0, because it is the closed path. In any closed path, the displacement of the body must be equal to 0. Now, first find out average speed. Average speed. So average speed can be, what is the formula of average speed? So total distance by total time. Total distance by total time. What is the total distance here? 2 pi r. Total time is, let us say, t. So this is the average speed, total distance by total time. So total distance is 2 pi r, because it is the complete circle. Circumference of the circle is 2 pi r and the time is, let us say, t. Next, average velocity. Average velocity. So V average can be written as, the formula is total displacement divided by total time. So this is the complete circle. Then the total displacement travelled by the body is 0. Total displacement is 0 divided by time. So that is equals to 0. So in any closed path, the displacement of the body must be equal to 0. In the same way, velocity of the body is also equal to 0. Average velocity of the body is also equal to 0. This is one more condition in this average speed and average velocity. So now, Next, let us discuss some applications based on this average velocity and average speed. And one more thing, very important thing, in a straight line path, average velocity of the body must be equal to average speed, because in straight line path, for example, the body moves along the straight line, distance must be equal to displacement. If the time taken is also the same, then average speed must be equal to average velocity. Average speed must be equal to average velocity in straight line path. So this is very important point you have to remember. In a straight line path, average speed of the body must be equal to average velocity, because in straight line path the distance must be equal to displacement. Now come to the topic here. So let us discuss some applications. Let us say first one. For example, if the body travels the distance S1 in time t1 and distance S2 in time t2. If the body travels the distance S1 in time t1 and the distance S2 in time t2 in straight line path, so find average velocity, So in a straight line path, the distance must be equal to displacement and the average speed must be equal to average velocity. Both must be same. So that means average velocity or average speed both must be same in this situation, because it is a straight line path. That is important here. Let us say here, see the condition, body travels the distance S1 in time t1. Let us say this is the distance S1 in time t1 and the distance S2 in time t2. So let us say this is a straight line path from A to B. In this, let us say the distance travelled S1 in time t1 and the distance travelled S2 in time t2. Now we can write average velocity. What is the average velocity formula? Total displacement divided by total time. So this is the straight line path. Distance and displacement must be equal. So total displacement S1 plus S2. This is S1 and this is S2. The total displacement is nothing but S1 plus S2 and the total time is T1 plus T2. So this is the average velocity. So this is the question. If a body travels the distance S1 in time T1 and the distance S2 in time t2 in a straight line path, find average velocity. This is the concept. So let us say the distance between A and B. So let us say first part S1, it takes time t1 to travel the distance S1, takes time t2 to travel the distance S2. Now average velocity is nothing but total displacement by total time. Total displacement is S1 plus S2 by T1 plus T2. So this is average velocity or average speed also, because it is a straight line path. That's why distance and displacement must be same. This is the first application. Next, second application. Here the question is, if the body travels with velocity v1 for time t1 and with velocity v2 for time t2. If the body travels with velocity v1 for time t1 and with velocity v2 for time t2, so find average velocity. Find average velocity. This is the question. So again, come to the topic. So let us say this is body travels with velocity v1 for time t1. We know velocity is equals to displacement by time. We know the formula, velocity is equals to displacement by time. So from this, displacement is equals to velocity into time. Displacement is equals to velocity into time. Velocity equals to displacement by time, or displacement equals to velocity into time. Here the condition is body travels with velocity v1 for time t1. Travels with velocity v1 for time t1. That means, see here, for example, let us say this distance is s1 and this distance is s2, and it is also the straight line path. It is also the straight line path, and the distance is s1 and here the distance is s2. To travel the distance s1, the time taken is t1. To travel the distance s2, let us say the time taken is t2. Body travels with velocity v1 for time t1. So v2 for time t2. Let us say for time t1, in the first time t1 seconds, let us say the distance travelled is s1. In the time t2 seconds, the distance travelled is s2. This is the concept. Let us consider. Now formula V average, average velocity, total displacement by total time. Average velocity formula is total displacement by total time. What is the total displacement here? S1 plus S2 divided by T1 plus T2. Total displacement by total time. Total displacement is S1 plus S2 divided by T1 plus T2. S1 plus S2 divided by T1 plus T2. But we know displacement can be written as velocity into time. Displacement can be written as velocity into time. So that's why here S1 can be written as V1 into T1. S2 can be written as V2 into T2. Because first the body travels with velocity V1 for time T1. Body travels with velocity V1 for time T1. That's why the displacement S1 can be written as V1 T1. Next, travels with velocity v2 for time t2, that's why s2 can be written as v2 into t2. Simple formula. We know velocity is equals to displacement by time, and the displacement can be written as velocity into time. So in place of s1 we can write v1 t1. In place of s2 we can write v2 t2 divided by t1 plus t2. This is average velocity. V1 T1 plus V2 T2 by T1 plus T2. This is the condition. Body travels with velocity V1 for time T1, travels with velocity V2 for time T2, then find average velocity. This is concept. So just formula, general formula, velocity is equals to total displacement by total time. Total displacement S1, S2, that's why S1 plus S2. But the displacement can be written as velocity into time. Velocity into time. So that's why V1 T1 plus V2 T2 by T1 plus T2. This is. Next. So, next application. For example, if the body travels through distance s1 in time t1, if the body travels through the distance s1 in time t1 and the distance s2 with velocity v, body travels through the distance s1 in time t1 and the distance s2 with velocity v. In the second situation, time is not mentioned. Time is not mentioned. So, in this situation, find average velocity. So, here it is distance and we are finding velocity. So, that means in the straight line path, again distance and displacement are same and average speed and average velocity also must be same. That is the point you have to remember. Now, see here, again come to the point. So, distance s1 in time t1, distance s2 let us say in time t2. The distance travelled by the body s1 given as time t1. T1 is the time taken to travel the distance s1. And in the second part, and the distance s2 with velocity v, that means time is not mentioned. Time is not mentioned here. So, now we have to calculate the time. Instead of time, he mentioned velocity v. Instead of time, he mentioned velocity v. So, general formula, average velocity. So, average velocity is equals to generally total displacement divided by total time, that is the average velocity. So, here the total displacement is s1 plus s2 divided by total time is t1 plus t2, no doubt about that. So, according to this situation we can write total displacement s1, total displacement, that means s1 plus s2 divided by t1 plus t2. But here we know only t1, we do not know t2. How can you find out t2? We know velocity is equals to displacement by time, but time can be written as displacement by velocity. We know the formula, velocity is equals to displacement by time and the time can be written as displacement by velocity. So, from this V average can be written as s1 plus s2 by t1 plus, in place of t2, t2 is not mentioned in the problem, s1 in time t1 and the next distance s2 with velocity v. So, in place of t2 we can substitute s2 by v. Second part of the distance moves with velocity v, that is why in place of time t2 we can substitute distance by velocity or displacement by velocity. What is the displacement here? s2. So, velocity is v. This is the average velocity. So, only three conditions: velocity, displacement, time. Only this is the only one formula we can use in this situation, but conditions are different. So, in any situation average velocity means total displacement by total time. Total displacement s1 and s2, t1 and t2. Maybe if the velocities are mentioned, displacement must be mentioned in terms of velocities, or if the time is not mentioned, time must be written in terms of distance and velocity, like that. So this is the next condition. So next application, for example, if the body travels first half of the distance with velocity v1 and second half of the distance with velocity v2. So find average velocity. Body travels first half of the distance with velocity v1 and second half of the distance with velocity v2. Find the average velocity. This is the situation now. First half of the distance, second half of the distance. That means distance divides into two equal parts. See here. So let us say this is at S is the distance between two positions. S is the distance between two positions. It divides into two equal halves, S by 2 and it is also S by 2. So here that is the question. Body travels first half of the distance with velocity v1, second half of the distance with velocity v2. So that means distance divides into two equal halves. First half of the distance moves with velocity v1 and second half of the distance moves with velocity v2. First half of the distance moves with velocity v1, second half of the distance moves with velocity v2. Now we have to calculate average velocity for this situation. Time is not mentioned in the problem. Time does not mention. So we have to find out time. So average velocity formula is simply total distance or total displacement divided by total time. So this is the straight line path. Distance and displacement must be same. Total displacement S by 2 plus S by 2 divided by total time is, let us say for this part time t1 and for this part time is t2, just for our convenience. First half of the distance it takes time t1, second half of the distance it takes time t2. So this is t1 plus t2. So here S by 2 plus S by 2, that is S divided by, again time formula. So we know velocity is equals to displacement by time, then time can be written as displacement by velocity. Time can be written as displacement by velocity. So here T1 can be written as displacement is S by 2 divided by v1. For the first half of the distance, we are considering time is t1. This first half of the distance we are considering time is t1. Time can be written as displacement by velocity. So what is the displacement here? S by 2. The velocity is v1, that's why S by 2 divided by v1 and S by 2v1. S by 2v1. In the same way, T2 is equals to T2, here it is T2. Again time formula, displacement by velocity. What is the displacement here? S by 2. Velocity is v2. S by 2 divided by v2, that is equals to S by 2v2. T2 is equals to S by 2v2. So now average velocity is equals to total displacement by total time. Now S by T1. In place of T1 we can substitute S by 2v1 plus, in place of T2 we can substitute S by 2v2. In place of T1 we can substitute S by 2v1 or S by 2v2. So see here, s divided by denominator s by 2 common 1 by v1 plus 1 by v2. S by divided by s by 2 common 1 by v1 plus 1 by v2. Now here v average can be written as s divided by s by 2 into, here it is denominator v1 v2, LCM is v1 v2, and then here it is v1, that's why it is v2 plus v1. Denominator it is v1 and v2, LCM is v1 v2, so LCM is v1 v2. Here we have the term v1, that's why in the numerator we can get v2. Here we have v2, that's why here we can get v1. That is equals to this s by 2 terms reversed, s by 2 into 2 by s into, this is also reversed, v1 v2 by v2 plus v1 into s. S gets cancelled, then v average can be written as 2 v1 v2 by v1 plus v2 simply. That is the average velocity. So the condition is, if the body travels first half of the distance with velocity v1 and second half of the distance with velocity v2, the condition is the average velocity can be written as 2 v1 v2 by v1 plus v2. So the condition is simply the distance divides into two parts here. Distance divides into two parts. First half, second half. First half travels with velocity v1 and second half travels with velocity v2. Let us say the time taken is t1 for the first half, the time taken is t2 for the second half. For the first half time taken is t1, we are assuming time is not mentioned in the problem. For the first half time is t1, for the second half time is t2. General formula of average velocity, total displacement by total time. Total displacement s by 2 plus s by 2. S by 2 plus s by 2 gives s. But we have to calculate time now. How can we calculate time? So according to this formula, velocity is equals to displacement by time, then time can be written as s by v. So t1, here first half of the, here t1 can be written as displacement by velocity. Displacement is s by 2 divided by velocity, that is s by 2 v1. In the same way, t2 can be written as displacement by velocity s by 2 divided by v2, that is s by 2 v2. Then we can substitute the values of t1 and t2 here. In place of t1 we can substitute s by 2 v1. In place of t2 we can substitute s by 2 v2. Here s by 2 common, 1 by v1 plus 1 by v2. So here 1 by v1, the v1 v2 LCM in the denominator. So v1 v2 LCM, now we can get this. V average is equals to 2 v1 v2 by v1 plus v2. Here the fraction reversed. So v1 v2 comes to the numerator and 2 by s also reversed. So 2 comes to the numerator. That is V average is equals to 2 v1 v2 by v1 plus v2. This is average velocity. Next. So next application, same model. If the body travels first 1/3 of the distance, with speed v1, second 1/3 of distance with speed v2, and last 1/3 of distance with speed V3. Find average speed. This is the question. So in the previous case, the distance divides into 2 equal halves, but here the distance divides into 3 equal halves. First 1/3, second 1/3. This is the first 1/3 of the distance, second 1/3, and last 1/3. So distance divides into 3 equal halves. 3 equal halves. See here. Let us say the distance divides into 3 equal halves. So first 1/3, that is s by 3, second 1/3 s by 3, third last 1/3 s by 3. First 1/3 is s by 3, second 1/3 is s by 3, and last 1/3 is also s by 3. Here the distance divides into 3 equal halves, 3 equal parts. So first 1/3 travels with velocity v1, second 1/3 travels with velocity v2, last 1/3 travels with velocity v3. First 1/3 with velocity v1, second 1/3 with v2, last 1/3 with v3. Now we can calculate average speed or average velocity, because it is a straight line path. Average speed and average velocity must be same. Now, so for our convenience, here this part is the time taken is t1, and for this part the time taken is t2, and for this part the time taken is t3. For first 1/3 the time taken is t1, second 1/3 the time taken is t2, and last 1/3 the time taken is t3. Now we have to calculate average speed. Let us say first calculate times. So time formula is distance by speed. Distance by speed. That means t1 can be written as, time can be written as distance by speed or displacement by velocity, anyone. So t1 can be written as s by 3 divided by v1, that is s by 3 v1. Similarly, t2 can be written as s by 3 divided by v2, s by 3 v2, and t3 is equals to s by 3 divided by v3, that is equals to s by 3 v3. S by 3 v3. So this is the time taken, first time, second time, last time, t1, t2, t3. So we have to calculate average speed. Average speed is total distance by total time. So total distance s by 3 plus s by 3 plus s by 3, s by 3 plus s by 3 plus s by 3 divided by total time t1 plus t2 plus t3. General, according to the formula we can write average speed can be written as total distance by total time. Here total distance is divides into 3 parts. Instead of s by 3 plus s by 3 plus s by 3, directly we can write the total distance s. Let us say the distance between these two is s. This only divides into 3 equal parts. So for our convenience we are writing like this, or instead of this one we can write directly s. So average speed v can be written as s by 3 plus s by 3 plus s by 3, that is s, divided by t1 can be written as s by 3 v1 plus t2 can be written as s by 3 v2 plus s by 3 v3. So t1 plus t2 plus t3, t1 value, t2 value, t3 value. So v is equals to s by, in the denominator s by 3 common, 1 by v1 plus 1 by v2 plus 1 by v3. Then v is equals to distance by s by 3 into LCM v1, v2, v3. v1, v2, v3 is the LCM. Here we have V1. So remaining terms V2 V3 plus, here we have V2 remaining terms V1 V3 plus, here we have V3, so remaining terms V1 V2. So now the fraction reversed, S by 3 becomes 3 by S, and this is also reversed, V1 V2 V3 divided by V2 V3 plus V1 V3 plus V1 V2 into S. This S gets cancelled. Then average speed or average velocity can be written as 3 V1 V2 V3 by V2 V3 plus V1 V3 plus V1 V2. So this is the average velocity in this situation. So previous case, distance divides into 2 equal halves. Here the distance divides into 3 equal halves. So 3 equal halves means S by 3, S by 3, S by 3. Time is T1, T2, T3. So average speed, total distance by total time, S by 3 like this. So here V is equals to, so this is the calculation. So finally V average can be written as 3 V1 V2 V3 by V2 V3 plus V1 V3 plus V1 V2. This is the average speed or average velocity. Next, for example, in the first case the distance divides into 2 equal halves, in the second case the distance divides into 3 equal halves. Now if the distance divides into 4 equal halves or 5 equal halves, like that, generalized condition, if the distance between two positions is divides into n equal halves and n equal parts. If the distance between two positions is divides into n equal parts, then the average velocity or average speed, average velocity can be written as that number of parts divided by n by v average is equals to 1 by V1 plus 1 by V2 plus 1 by V3 plus 1 by V4 plus and so on. This is the generalized formula. If the distance between two positions is divided into n equal parts. So n equal parts. First part travels with velocity V1, second part travels with velocity V2, third part travels with velocity V3, fourth part travels with velocity V4 and so on. Like this, in this situation, so average velocity can be written as n by v average. N is the number of parts. Number of parts the distance divides. So 1 by v1 plus 1 by v2 plus 1 by v3 and so on. Let us check this. This formula is correct or not. If n is equals to 2, that means distance divides into 2 equal parts. So 2 by v average is equals to 1 by v1 plus 1 by v2. Only two parts, 1 by v1 plus 1 by v2. So then 2 by v average is equals to LCM v1 v2. Here we have v1, so it is v2 and it is v1. Therefore v average cross multiplication 2 v1 v2 by v2 plus v1. This is the previous formula we derived already. This is the generalized formula. If the distance between two positions divides into n parts, so this is the generalized formula. We have to check this whether this formula is correct or not. If n is equals to 2, if you substitute n equals to 2, then v average is equals to 2 v1 v2 by v1 plus v2. And again check, if n equals to 3, So that means 3 by V average is equals to, that means it divides into n equals to 3 means 3 parts, 1 by V1 plus 1 by V2 plus 1 by V3. If it is 2 parts, we have 2 speeds. If it divides into 3 parts, we have 3 speeds, 1 by V1 plus 1 by V2 plus 1 by V3. Therefore, 3 by V average LCM V1, V2, V3. Here we have V1, that's why it is V2, V3, and V2 we can write V1, V3, and V3 we can write V1, V2. So therefore, so from this V average is equals to cross multiplication 3 V1, V2, V3 by, so V2, V3 plus V1, V3 plus V1, V2. Just now we derived this formula also. So that is, if the more than 2 or 3 parts, directly we can use this generalized formula, very simple to find out and to calculate also. This is next.